Hello everyone. I found myself new pair of headphones. Should be at least better than the last time I played with only sound in my right ear. I really don't know what happened to the old ones, the HyperX Clouds. I was playing, then in the middle of the round I just lost sound on my left ear and boom. That's it. I opened up the headphones, checked the cables, everything looks fine. I didn't damage them in any way while I was playing, and I don't know, just no sound on the left side. And I contacted the Kingston HyperX customer support, and they basically said, fuck you, you are out of warranty. So I guess I will try to find a way to fix them myself then. But luckily I have these Plantronics now for a while at least. I hope the sound is somehow okay for you guys. I mean, for me it's different, way different. And the ear cups here, they don't isolate sound almost at all, so it feels very strange for me to talk because I can hear my own voice. Because with the HyperX's, I couldn't hear myself almost at all. It took a while to get used to that, but now when I was used to that, these sound so strange. Feels very strange to talk. Okay, and also Quake sounds very strange. This sounds, I don't know, very, very different. I hope it won't be too bad. I will be looking for some 2-on-2s. I think it's way too early for 4-on-4, but I will start off by showing you a demo. Some of you might have already seen the game live because I was streaming when I played this, but I just want to see myself what happened there. This is the 4-on-4 that I played with, for example, Bleacher. And it looked very bad for our team until the last quad, during which the opposing team went, I don't know, together or by accident, due to miscommunication or lack of communication, they all went to low rocket. This is DM2, by the way. And no one took the quad. I think, as far as I remember, I came from red mega to mid, went to quad low and even to NG, and only then I realized that, okay, quad is actually up, there's no one there. I took the quad, and the rest is history. Let's see what happens. So here we go. We can check my point of view first. I will jump to about 19 minutes. Okay, I don't have anything at this point. The score is pretty much even, 176 to 175. I found low rocket, and I'm at red mega now. I barely get that red. That was quite important. No, I didn't take the low. I took some pack, because now I took the low. Okay, now I'm going towards quad. There are enemies in quad. There was Shaka under quad, and someone else was at the quad. I hope this is the game that I'm thinking about. It should be. Okay, and there's one weak rocket there. No, I actually come from this side. Then I just see that quad is up. I have only 15 seconds left, but I think that was 2 rocket guys dead. And there's one more rocket, but it's way too late for him, and I even killed that guy. And that's it. 189 to 185. Everything happened quite fast there, so let's have another look. Let's see what Shaka is doing there, for example. He met me here at mid, and then he took some damage, backed off towards squad. I don't know what he did after that, but we'll see. By the way, tell me if my Quake sound is too loud compared to my sound, my voice sound, because I have a new microphone, new headphones. I had to make the sounds a bit louder. I think they might be maybe a bit too loud at the moment. I will lower the volume just a bit. But please tell me how it sounds. I didn't have time to test the stream setup yet. Alright, here we go. Shaka's point of view, about 19 minutes in, pretty much even Steven. He gets 150 at telly. And a rocket soon. That would be now. Now they are trailing by a frag. Okay, he comes to mid, meets me there, takes a bit of damage, but decides to fall back. And goes for Henu, just to box. They kill him, okay. Shaka is at telly. And I think Quad just spawned, didn't it? No, okay, not yet. Quad only spawns 43. Quad spawns almost exactly when I arrived there. That is interesting. Let's watch it once again. So... 10 seconds. Okay, and now let's see. This is 19 minutes and 12 seconds in. They are leading by 2 frags. Shaka has a rocket. Blitzer in our team has a rocket at mid. I have a rocket. Nigve has a rocket in their team. Then we have Ansa with a rocket in their team as well. And let's see the positions. Shaka is here. At NG, Nigve also at NG, and Ansa also at NG. So they have 3 of their rockets, or well, Ansa is at telly, not at NG, but anyway, on the telly side of map, they have 3 of their guys with weapons, and the only guy without a weapon is where is Wotsai? Wotsai is also in the box. So at this time, they're actually all on the quad telly side of DM2. So I just want to see what happens. Okay, Nigve goes for... he should go for box. Box should be up now. Okay, Blitzer actually kills him. That's really good. I kill Wotsai, but that doesn't change much, because he didn't have a weapon anyway. Ansa is at quad. He's the guy who was at quad when I came from mid, but for whatever reason he decides to jump down from quad. Maybe he knows that the quad is not spawning yet, because it spawns only at 43, still 10 seconds to go. Okay, Wotsai found the rocket at low. I don't know if he got a pack. We'll have to look into that, because he was in the box 20 seconds ago without a weapon and was killed even after that. Then we have Shaka at low, and what happened to Ansa? Ansa went to box. He missed the quad because of that. Shaka got quite weak there at NG after the fight, after he was hunting down Henu. I had that fight with Wotsai at Red Mega, so he wasn't really in a position to go anywhere. He got 200, but I hit, I think, 3 rockets, so he was really weak after that. Let's look at it once more. I especially want to see what happens to Blitzer there, because he kills Nigve pretty soon. I think here, yeah, he kills Nigve, but how does he die to Votsai? Like, what happens now? This is something I want to see. Blitzer is here. Votsai doesn't have anything. Oh dear, a telefrag, and he leaves a pack. That's so bad luck. That really could have lost us the game. Nikve died there, and Shaka still in an okay shape. He could wait for the quad. Just go for low. Okay, this is maybe the play that decides the game. But on the other hand, Shaka is able to steal the low rocket and kill one of our guys, and he even survives. So it wasn't such a bad play, but at the same time he left the tele side open, and I think, yes, red just spawned for Ansa, so Ansa didn't have any chance to make it to quad with that red, and without the red he was quite weak, but mostly because he decided to drop down from the quad. I don't know exactly why. Did he want to go for the frags? Or did he think that the quad was already taken? That I can't know. But maybe that was actually the almost like the only mistake. And here we have both Shaka and Ansa dying to one quad rocket. And we get the lead 10 seconds, 11 seconds before the end of the game. That's quite amazing. But it's also interesting to see that they didn't make any huge mistakes, because they were trailing by 2 frags. It was quite even. They wanted to win the game there and then. And the quad only spawned 15 seconds, or maybe 17 seconds before the round ended. So maybe they thought that it would be more important to get the frags than the quad. But just due to timing, they happen to have 2 rockets here. I killed them both with 1. Votsai lost that fight at low against me. He didn't die, but he lost the fight because he took so much damage there. And that he's in no position to attack anyone. And let's be honest, he doesn't even deserve that rocket. I mean, getting the rocket by telefrag is horrible. Let's see once again the telefrag and the fight. Okay, here we go. Here's the telefrag. And the best thing is that even the red mega was open, so he could have jumped right in. He didn't, and actually that might make a difference here, because had he jumped in directly, he wouldn't have faced me there, probably. So small things and things that you can't really know at that time, but they still make a difference. And here he gets 300 stack, ends up with 113. So he had 400, he lost almost 300 of it. Now he's there at mid, and unfortunately for him, there's no yellow here. Because had the yellow been there, he could have gone for the quad. Had he known that the quad was about to spawn. I really don't know if they were timing things very well. But that's it. I don't know if there's anything we can really take away from all this. I mean, it was just funny to win such a game because it looked hopeless. Our team was getting destroyed at low, and I knew that I had to make a move. And I did, but I certainly didn't expect to find a quad there. But there we go. That was the demo highlight of the day. Let's see if we can find a game somewhere. That would be lame. But I don't know if he's searching for one-on-one. How are you today, Sober DK? Everything good? I installed a lamp behind my monitor, so I hope you will be able to see me better. Better than before, that is. Because sometimes I would just forget to turn on any light and I would sit here in the darkness like I usually do when I play. But it doesn't really work for the stream. And as some of you might have seen yesterday, I finally received a table fan, which looks very Chinese. I think the only way to make it look more Chinese would be to paint it yellow and red. But it works. It's not very silent. It was very cheap though, but it certainly works. I don't know how I will use it while streaming though, because I'm afraid that you will be hearing the noise through the microphone, but we'll see. What is a swamp cooler? Ah, all right, yeah. I think I know what you mean. I think the fan itself should be pretty okay as long as I can use it somehow. Because I'm just worried about the noise while streaming. Otherwise, I certainly can use it. But when I'm streaming, it's not so nice for you guys to listen to the noise. I want to try if I can what is happening here? Is there a bug in the server? I suggested map E for M1 and it says majority votes for map change and nothing happens. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if it's the port. I will let Meag know right away. Number 1 priority. Let's try some other server then. Okay, this works. How to get to the start? Huh. Because I just want to practice the trick. Oh, well, that's another trick. I can practice this one as well. I need sound for it. Nope. Not quite. Alright. Ah, you get a... Ah, there's a spawn here. Well, that would have been easier, but... Go figure. Okay... It's from here, right? Yeah. Oh. I like this. That was close. That was really close. So close. Ah, oh, goddamn. Whoa, that's actually a difficult trick. I wonder if it's that difficult in regular Quake, or do the physics differences matter there? Very interesting, because that is a crucial trick in speedrunning. Do I move my head with my movement? Sorry, man. If I do, I can't change it. That's just me. I remember when I was younger, I used to lift my legs up when I was rocket jumping. I don't do it anymore, but that's what I used to do. And when I was 5 years old playing Super Mario Bros, I used to move the controller, or just my both. Well, I used to move both of my arms when I was jumping with the Mario, like this, trying to jump further. It didn't work. But maybe I realized that 20 years later they would have this, what is it called, kinetic controllers that actually react to movement. I was ahead of my time. Okay, this sucks. They asked me to join the server and then there's no game. And yes, that is a thing in Netquake or regular Quake. In speedrunning, that is the trick you have to pull off in the beginning of E4 M1. Saves. That basically, I don't know, makes or breaks the run. If you don't pull it off, then you will lose so much time that there's no way you are going to make any kind of record. I could actually try, just for fun, to easy speedrun the 4th episode. I've been watching it a bit now. I should know what I'm doing. But this will be difficult. Nope. Well, this will take a lot of time. Actually, let me start again. It doesn't actually take that much time. There is actually quite a lot of the air control is pretty much the same in Netquake. The difference is that you lose your speed a lot faster than in Quake World, and the bunnying is a lot harder there. They have this the bunnying technique called power bunnies, where after each jump, when you land, and I think before you jump again, you have to press forward. Whereas in Quake, you just hold down strafes, basically. Or you can press forward as well if you want to circle jump like this. But the power bunnying is, I don't know, somehow you tap forward key. Alright, here we go. Nope. That was a total disaster. But let's see. I take this and... No. Reset. What a noob show. I don't know how to play single player. Alright, here we go. And nope. I can't even hit the box. So how do you do it? Almost. I don't know the Netquake bunnying so well, so I can't really answer that. I guess it just start. No, I won't even answer that because I don't know. Okay, finally. Okay, then we go here, I think. Yep. And we press a button here. There. And then we swim here. And that's it. That's the map. Okay, I was lying. You don't lose so much time because you can use the use the exploding barrel to jump up. You think it doesn't work on server in Netquake? No, I didn't fix my headphones. I have new headphones. Maybe it's karma or something, but these are... I won... Oh, crap. What happens if I kill myself here? Yeah, I get to start again. This is the pair of headphones that I won at the QH Slam. For the lousy performance in the 4-on-4 competition. I guess at QH Slam everyone wins. It's like the Paralympics. I hate that jump. Oh, and I started again. Well, okay. I get to try this trick again. I don't know what is wrong with the headphones, really. No, not even close. Now let's do it. Okay. I get to try again. Nope. So... I don't know, I opened up the headphones, checked the cables, and everything seemed fine to me, but just the left side is completely dead. I've been trying to wiggle the cord around and everything, but just nothing happens. And the Kingston HyperX customer support wasn't being very helpful. They just said that basically that buy a new pair of headphones. They're not doing anything about it. Okay, better now. They have waxed it or something. There's oil on top of the thing. Getting totally stuck. Nope. I will just play the single player just for a while to... Yes, this is Quake World Physics. I don't know if anyone is willing to sponsor me anything. Quake is not such a big game. Wouldn't hurt to ask though, I guess. But luckily I happen to have these headphones there. They are quite okay, not the most comfortable for my ears, but they do the job. You be the judge with the microphone though, that I didn't listen so much myself. Whoa, finally. There's FAQ under the stream answering any questions about Quake Champions. Okay, that's one way to fail it. This trick, I think, is actually more difficult in Quake World than in Netquake, because in Quake World you jump higher than in Netquake. Let's take this. Go away. And not that way. This way. No, I think I lost too much health. Yeah, I can't make the quad nade jump here. And that guy was supposed to die with the nade. But no such luck. Why should I install Netquake? Why? For speedrunning, you mean? That was a fail. Come on, help me out. Nope. Then kill me. Yeah, some things in Netquake are easier than in Quake World. Bunnying fast is certainly not one of those things, but... Ah, that failed. I'm very bad in timing those nade jumps. As you can see. The worst speedrun stream ever. Can I get up here? Yeah. Too early. I'm horrible. A bit too late because of the goddamn fiend. Okay, finally. And there we go. So you are using my GFX VAD. I'm not sure if I'm using my GFX VAD myself anymore. Yes. Oh crap. Now I'm too far away. I don't remember anymore how to run this one. I think I have to make some kind of nade jump here. Somewhere. Just wish I remembered where. I guess to get up there. Yeah, maybe. Is it this way? I have defiled the altar. Alright, yeah. Got lucky there. Yeah, I used to use the GFX VAD and I think it makes your Quake look pretty much like this. I need to press this button. But I think for QuakeCon I had to get rid of it. So I'm not using it anymore. But I have done pretty much all the same things that I have there in the GFX Squad with the Easy Quake HUD configuration. Need the silver key. Didn't I take it? It's here. Right. Alright, there was episode 4. So you don't really need the GFX WAD, I think, if you're using my textures and my CFG. But feel free to use the GFX WAD as well. It doesn't really matter, I think. Okay, the only thing that I don't have here without the GFX WAD is the lovely console font. I'm using a different console font nowadays. Because there is that pretty classic console font that everyone else hated except for me. But if you are into that, then stick to the GFX WAD. The other guys are still playing there. And now Shaka actually left. That is annoying. He probably played only one game and left after that. I want to play with these guys. Playing against MM is a lot of fun always. I like to fight with him at NG. And about Netquake, I have to say that I'm not very interested in even trying. I guess for the guys who prefer Netquake over Quake World, Netquake is the better game, but I don't know. For me, Quake World is infinitely superior, so I don't have any reason to play Netquake. Yeah, for sure. MM only plays at NG in DM2. He has pretty much perfected it. It's so difficult to kill him there. I have now recently found a way to challenge him there. I'm not going to even say what the way is here in stream in case someone will go and tell him, because then I will lose any edge that I might have against him. So I have to test it more to make sure that it works. And it only works in, like, I don't know, half of the cases. Or like half the time, because sometimes when I'm not coming from that direction, it's not helpful at all. So there is some kind of good bot in Netquake. What would that be? I remember playing Omicron bots and Reaper bots. Is there something new or better? Omicron bot, in my opinion, was alright, a lot better than Reapers were, but still just bots, nothing spectacular. But I played a shitload of Omicron bots. I remember playing DM4 1-on-1 against Omicron bots, the highest skill levels, so much. And it actually taught me quite a few things about the M4, especially the sound clues in the map. Those I learned by playing Omicrons. So I have played my share of Netquake as well, although almost never against human opponents. I did play sometimes, but we only played on LAN, and the problem was that if you didn't set up a dedicated server, then the player creating the server had a huge advantage, even on LAN. There was, as far as I remember, there wasn't almost any kind of lag compensation in Netquake, so even on a 10 megabit LAN connection, it felt totally horrible to play if you were not the one running the server. Hitting LG was totally impossible. So it kind of killed the game for us, because whoever was running the server was winning the games. We were playing one-on-one mostly. So that was so frustrating. I remember especially LG fights. Back then, at first, I didn't realize what was going on. And I was quite shocked, because I was losing to my friend there. And we played like 10 one-on-ones, I think, and I just lost and lost and lost. It just felt so bad. And I thought that it was because my friend was just playing better. But then we switched over so that I was running the server, although I had a bit worse computer, but that really didn't make a huge difference, I think. And suddenly I started winning every game. The difference was that huge. Of course, we were quite close to each other skill-wise as well, so winning or losing the LG fights actually made a difference. Naturally, if I played against him now, I guess I would win even if he was running the server, because strategies, tactics matter in Quake quite a bit. Oh, I didn't know that the guy who made the Omicron bots made the Quake 3 arena bots as well. That's quite nice. You mean the official bots that are there with the game, not any separate mod. So ID actually hired him to make them. That's sweet. This is actually very interesting. Looks like MM's team might even lose this game. Although it's a 3-frag game now. Could go either way. 30 seconds to go, depends on the spawn frags a bit. No spawn frags there. ER is fairly weak, and attacking for some reason. I guess he's not so worried about the final score. Okay, 1 frag, and here we will have a tied game, and now suddenly he is worried about the score. And that is very interesting. Oh dear. 1 second to go and they lose the game. That's amazing. Really, 1 second to go. Less than 1. There's, by the way, one thing that is a lot better with these headphones than with the HyperX Clouds, and it's the fact that I can hear my own voice. On one hand, it feels very strange now that I'm not used to it, but on the other, somehow talking in English feels a lot easier because I can actually hear what I'm saying. Finnish never was a problem even without hearing my own voice, but English somehow didn't feel all that natural. Sometimes I was wondering how I'm pronouncing words because I just couldn't hear myself, and with these headphones I can actually hear myself, so it's not as bad, I hope. I don't know how bad it was with the other ones, but now I can at least hear that it's not totally horrible. Every frag on Milton is a framed picture under my bed. That's why the wall is whole empty. Oh shit. Phone wanted to fly away. Hello, Viantaris, welcome back. Finally, a game of Quake. Alright, shortcut. Yes, it did it. And what is fight play? Not the best spawn for me, but or okay, luckily I got away. Oh crap. Nice. I just wanted to say that I need the help. Okay. Health and rockets. Rockets mostly. Okay, I'm glad he didn't give away any frags there. It's very good. And that guy ate a rocket. Normally I would have gone for the attack, but somehow I knew that ER would be not far away. And it was a... Okay. A nice frag. Too bad it was a teammate. Somehow I was so sure that it was ER spawning there, because I had just killed him. So close. Almost got away. Okay, 8, 4, 5 SGs. Okay, he's weak. Yes, and he got the frag. Don't be in front of me, please. Okay, 5 health and killing rocket. Probably rocket red guy. That was good. He's slow spawning, isn't he? That rocket would have been so good to hit. Yeah, he's slow spawning. that was nice kill there. Come on, move, Quake guy. Alright, that's good. Okay, you kill it then. It was important to make him fall down from the high rocket. Other than that, well, sure, it would have been nice to... Nice to get the frag earlier to be able to get the spawn frag as well. I hope... Nope. Enemy quad. Too bad. One guy behind. I don't have any rockets left. I need to make the sound louder. And of course, right as I type, he comes and gets 100 spawn frags. Go to what, please? Yes. That was a good quad steal. He got the back. Oh! Nice. No way to make it. I had to try. That frag would have been so important to get though. He didn't have any armor. Getting the frag would have meant at least probably a spawn frag as well. Okay. That was good to get that frag at low here, or trade the frags. Because now, thanks to that, I got the red mega. I wonder if it's at the quad. So close. Very interesting that it was MM and he actually came after me there. How do I eat that rocket? That's just impossible. Okay, even Steven. 2 minutes to go. again I die, and he gets the packs. Once again. How many times? I think he has gotten the packs every single time. Because even when I spawned with him at the same time at Telly and TL killed him, yeah, he spawned low after that, I think. Okay. That was quite important that I didn't die. Ha! That was... I don't know. That was strange. MM doesn't usually make mistakes like that. Not in box. That is the mistake he always makes, though. That I knew that. I will definitely get that frag. Unless... or I at least knew how to get the frag. The problem could have been the execution. Oh, that was close and difficult. I guess our strategies with TL don't work together too well, but at least we won. It will take quite some time to get used to the sounds with these headphones, though. Sounds very different from what I'm used to. Hello, Pope Paavi Benedictus. You're very welcome. I'm happy these are giving enjoyment to some people. Very happy, that's why I stream. Just let me know if you have any ideas for the stream, because... But it's been good to hear from quite a few people already that they enjoy the stream, but if you have any feedback, I mean even constructive feedback, I'm very interested in hearing it. If you can think of something that I can do better, or something that I can change, or whatever, just let me know. That's good to hear. So if you ever are playing against MM here at NG, and he's there in the box just like he was there in the end of the game here, The box wasn't yet there, and I mean the box red wasn't there yet. I had quad. What MM usually does is that he sits there on top of the red, stares at NG here, and he will shoot that one rocket at you, and he will fall back. I will put practice so you can actually see what I'm talking about. He will sit here. He sees your quad coming. He shoots one rocket somewhere there. Then he falls back, and he starts jumping and shooting in the water here. If the red spawns, he might go for it, or he usually goes for it, I think, if he doesn't already have an armor. But otherwise, he stays here on back of the red and jumps and shoots at the water. And if you don't know how he plays, it's actually very difficult to kill him. Because if you go here, he will see it, and I don't know if he sees the quad glow or if he just somehow senses it. I don't know, but he's very good at spamming this spot. So if you want to kill him from here, you have to be really fast with your rocket. But the better way is to be patient, but still fast enough. Patient because you have to be careful with the spam. He's shooting the rocket somewhere there, and if you just headlessly jump in, the splash will push you back, and you're not going to be able to shoot the rocket there, and you might even bore here. And quick, because if you wait too long, the box will close and you won't be able to kill him. So you have time to wait, I think, maybe 2 rockets, because he will shoot quite fast the first rocket, and then when the second rocket hits, you jump in and shoot that one rocket in, and he's dead. It's really easy to kill him when you get here, but getting here, if you don't know how he plays, is it's like hit and miss. You might dodge the splash just by rushing in, or the splash might throw you even in the box or closer to the box. But anyway, taking any splash damage is quite risky with quad. You end up boring to the wall quite easily. So the way I just showed you at least has worked for me. That is the one place where MM is very predictable and quite easy to kill, in my opinion. And I think he doesn't realize it. And on the other hand, most people probably haven't played against MM enough to know this stuff. So against those players, it probably works, because it worked against me as well at first, until I figured out how he plays. Do you mean along this wall? I guess it's possible as well. The reason why I don't like to do it is that you are so close to the wall that if you fail with the rocket, even if you just shoot in like this, you will bore. But if you shoot the rocket from here, there's less risk for boring. If you shoot the side from this location, then you're not going to bore. You're not going to kill him either if you fail the rocket, but just somehow I find it easier to shoot the rocket in from here. Well, yeah, he could hear the steps, but then, well, okay, that's true. He might hear it, but I don't know if it helps him so much. Even if he hears, I think there's not much he could do about it. There aren't many ways he could stop me from getting to the box. But also the problem is that if he goes for the red, just like he did in the last game, and I kill him from here, I take a shitload of damage. Like, I don't know, the distance is something like this, and I take 33 times 4 damage. I take like 130 damage, and that is just quite useless, because if you're here, you lessen the risk to bore so much that it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. I'm not saying that it works every time, but it works reasonably well. But that, if anything, is so situational. It only works against MM, because I haven't seen anyone else play like that. And if they do something differently, other players that is, then that is not going to work. So use it only against MM. And now he will watch the stream and change something, and I have to adjust. But it's okay. That's fun in Quake. I very much enjoy fighting him here at NG, and when we are playing with Hen, we are always so happy when we kill him at NG. It's like, it should be counted as 3 frags. Especially if he has an armor. It's so difficult to get rid of him there. And yeah, that CMT4 quad glow, I think I knew it, but I had just forgotten. And I didn't realize it there when I was playing, that Dahmer actually saw me all the way and totally destroyed me. That's really something you should know, but I just haven't played the CMT maps enough to know all those details, or even if I know them, I don't always remember everything. A good example of that were the CMT3s that I played some, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, where I spawned 2 times close to Pent, and I didn't get the Pent on either of those spawns. Quite horrible, but that's the way some Quake sometimes works. The bot is not even here. What was this server? lon.duelmania.net. Okay, I will use IRC then. And why the hell not? This spamming Discord as well. And while I'm at it, I will download a new server list for my EasyQuake, so I will have this server there. Europe, there we go. Just a second. All right. We found a game. I was thinking about making some kind of, or various kinds of, I don't know, top 5 or top 10 lists about Quake World. It could be anything, my, I don't know, top 5 favorite maps of all time, or top 10 favorite players or overrated players or underrated players. I don't know, any kind of top 10 list. I watch or listen mostly, actually. Well, I watch their YouTube videos as well. Well, anyway, it's podcast and YouTube channel about board games, and they make these top 10 lists, and I find them quite entertaining to hear their opinion about anything related to board gaming. So I thought that it might be interesting to do it about Quake World. But I think some of them might take a lot of time as well to make the research, for example, about players, because I've played this game for almost 20 years now, and I've played with many players and even and against even more players, and just I can't remember them all by heart. I should read about the games and just check some match reports to remember players from the early 2000s, or even players who played in 2010. It has already been 7 years, so it's surprisingly easy to forget. You remember them again when you see some match report, but if you don't, then you just don't remember the players at all. At least I don't. There are exceptions. Purity, for example. He is the walking Quake World encyclopedia. This is a very bad start. Very, very bad start. TL should have taken the yellow. He would have had a lot bigger chance to actually get the quad, because now ER was able to kill him very fast there at quad when we were making the shortcut. He was also a bit slow to come under quad to make the shortcut in the first place. And in addition to that, they got both the red box and red mega. So they had 200-200 and 100-200, or 200-100. So okay. If there was a back, I might have been able to. Oh, okay. That's not anything I expected. Shortcut. Did he go for it? Whoa. Luckily, he was weak. I think that rocket of mine hit a bit. That was a scary rocket. That was a scary rocket. Not much margin for error. Okay, one going through. Tele? Okay, TL was here. Or there. That's surprising. I wonder if he was there just by chance, or was he there on purpose? Didn't he hear me? Apparently not. Okay, that was the stronger guy. There would be red spawning soon. but I will go for the quad instead. Nice me there. Too bad it was me. Just like the frag there at Telly that I got. A beautiful frag, but unfortunately on a teammate. I wonder if I can change the sounds of this headphone somehow with an equalizer, because at the moment I'm not liking this very much. It's so difficult to hear where the opponents spawn and even where they move. Luckily he didn't have the yellow. I didn't know it, so that was kind of risky. Wife just came home. Had he had the yellow, I don't know, maybe he probably would have killed me. It would have been easy for him to turn around and just shoot that one rocket. There's one guy behind. No, he went to mid. No, he was low. He has the 150 and now he has the red. Might have been better for me to go to quad and wait for him there. Okay, that's a quad core. Oh, I think it was a mate. That was horrible. Totally unnecessary. Luckily there's the back. Oh, that's a mate. That's a kill. And my box. That guy's probably quite strong. I don't understand why he's still there. No, actually he's not maybe so strong. Okay, 13 quad. Yeah, he wasn't strong at all. It was ER who was strong. I just thought that this guy was ER. Where are they? Okay, final. He was there hiding it. Really? Okay, I think he threw 3 nades in my face. Or back. And I didn't even realize because I knew that he was there, so I thought that okay, this looks good. There's no way I should die. Little did I know. Okay, all armor's taken. Luckily he killed, I think, the 200 guy. So if I'm patient enough, I could even wait for this mega here. Or challenge this 150 guy. The good thing is that he he had only 5 rockets. The problem was that this guy spawned there. Luckily he doesn't have any weapon now. That could have been, or that was pretty bad play from me, because I gipped him under quad and was standing under quad as well. I could have been telefrag. Not very good decision from me, but I think he's not too strong there. Yeah. So annoying when your opponent does that. Escapes with very little health and doesn't want to give away the easy frag. Sometimes I'm not patient enough to do it, but this time I was. Okay, quad lost. Quad be up, I think. Yep. I knew that they are doing that. This is not the 4-on-4 we just played. There shouldn't be any way they are leaving quad. I was hoping for him to be in the box, stuck there. Then sometimes it's possible to get away by not opening the box and then just trying to jump and try to make the opponent miss the first rocket. Oh, I got a spawn frag there under the quad. Sweet! It's getting hot in here and I could try the fan. Just let me know in the chat if it's obnoxiously loud, if it's really disturbing. Then I will try to adjust it or something. I will try to direct it at my hands. It seems like it's the table fan is turning on the microphone sometimes. I'm just thinking about options here. How to move it so that it actually cools me down but doesn't blow in the microphone. Well, I will have to think of something. But I think it's already helping, at least my mouse hand is not so sweaty. Let's see the server browser if there are any players around. Lane is there. He has been idle for a long time. I actually just came up with a good idea for one of the top 10 lists. Top 10 most useful tricks in Quake World. Now I want to talk about it, but I have to save it for the top 10 list. No, they don't eat pierogi here. I have eaten the Polish pierogi. They are certainly very tasty, and they have something very similar in Ukraine. I think pierogi, the Polish one, is like a big version of pelmeni, or what is the other one? Because pelmeni is with meat, I think, and then there's the other version that is either with some vegetable, or sometimes they are even sweet with some fruits or berries like cherry inside. I can't remember the name now. I even eat them quite often, I just can't remember now. But no, they don't have them in Romania, no. But we have been buying them in an ethnic shop here that sells food from Ukraine and Moldova at least. So there they sell them pelmeni, and I just can't remember the other one now. I should. This is annoying. I'm forgetting words. But yeah, the Polish pierogi is quite a lot bigger and very tasty as well. I don't know what happened the last time when I wasn't in... That was an angry looking wife there. The last time when we were in Poland and I ate pierogi, I don't know what happened, just... I couldn't finish the portion that I had. Usually I eat it like a pig, but I don't know what was happening. I kind of like my mind was telling me that this tastes so good, just go ahead and eat it. But I don't know, maybe my stomach wasn't feeling so well or something. I just wasn't able to finish my meal, which usually never happens. Usually never. Well, very rarely, I guess. it doesn't look like we are getting a game here, and my wife wants to go to run with me, so I guess I'll go for a run and come back later when there are more players online and the woman is less angry. Sorry for the short stream. At least we got 2 rounds of 2-on-2. And speed running very slow running episode 4. And we got to watch the demo highlight as well. Okay, at least something we did. Okay, thanks for watching. Maybe streaming later today more. If I stream, then it will be at least an hour and a half, maybe more. All right. Good games. See you around. Take care.